Meet the Duprees. They are the ones that run things behind the gates of their private community. The core four of the family are Father Vernon, his wife Anita, and their two daughters Nicole and Danny. Let's start with Nicole, or Dr. Nicole to you, whose life seems to be so perfect. She and her husband Ted, who's also a doctor, has three children, Martin and Catherine, and also Ted's nephew Andre, whom they've raised. Oh, but then there's Danny, who married Bill, and they had two daughters, Naomi and Chelsea. And after 30 years, their daughter Naomi moved her best friend Haley into the house, and she stole her man. And now they're getting married, and Danny's not happy about none of that. But how could she be? Listen, Dupree family, you've got our attention, and we're back again today to get the tea, and I'm here to pour it. Because we all want to know what happened today beyond the gates. Well, hello, everybody. Baby, did y'all see this episode today? If you didn't, I'm here to run it for you. Don't you worry. I got all the tea. Pull up and let me filleth thine cup for you. Okay, first of all, let me clear up something about yesterday real quick. So the girl that was at the bar was Danny's daughter, Chelsea. And she's looking down at the end of the bar, and there was a dude down there that she was looking at, and she got up and left with. I'm just saying that to say, Chelsea, baby, do better. Do better. Let me get on to today's shenanigans beyond the gates. Woo! Okay, I'm gonna calm down. Y'all calm down. Calm down. Okay, here we go. Okay, so it opens up with Dr. Nicole and the new girl being interviewed for this job that she wants to take over while Lauren is in the hospital, right? So it turns out what we learn is that this girl is the play daughter to the motorcycle lady whose name we have now learned is Leslie. And Leslie took her in and raised her because she said that her mom and dad had died. And she said that we ain't been in DC that long. She says, but let me tell you something. I'm new to the area, but I'm so willing to do anything you want me to do, I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you. Because she waiting to get up in there and wreak havoc. You see what I'm saying? Because her and the woman who ran Lauren off the road on the motorcycle, they own one. They own one. Anyway, they switch over to Haley, who's on the phone with Bill. She's getting ready for her wedding, and she's all excited. She's like, I'm just looking forward to being a first class wife with a first class life. Child, whatever. Okay. Anyway, she goes back into again about how sorry she is for how this is costing him so much. I think Douse does protest too much. I think that this chick is playing in our face. The shit is sweet. Now I'm telling y'all, but we're gonna wait and see. I don't want to jump the gun too hard, too fast. So then they go to Danny, right? Danny's sitting up there in the afterglow with this young man, child, after they done ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. And he starts talking to her like he the grown up. Like he older than her, I I just think you are such a wonderful woman, blah, blah, blah. And she's looking at him. And then Danny says something with a little bit of sense, y'all. Danny may not be as slow as we thought she was. Okay. Because Danny told him, she said, look, um, I was married for 30 years. I still feel like I'm married. Uh, you know, whatever this was is what it was. And, because, girl, I was over here rolling one eye. Because just like, child, I know good and well you ain't sit up here talking about you and Bill like that. Like I still feel married. Bill don't, girl. What's wrong with you? Bill feels very single and about to get married today. Whew. Anyway, they go back to the interview because you know how these shows do. They go back and forth and scenes. So you hang with me now. So they go back to the interview. The girl's being interviewed, and she's what was she saying? Lauren just tells her, this is only going to be temporary, right? And she's like, oh, yes, but of course. See, that is until they get down to that hospital department, do something to Lauren to make sure she stays away from that job a little longer than she's supposed to, because, child. Anyway, they go back to Haley. And Haley's now with a quote unquote friend because this girl is somebody from the office, who Bill done made be her friend and be nice to her because she ain't got no friends. See, one thing about Bill, though. Bill gonna buy her the life that she's supposed to have. He gonna look at everybody and say, y'all do like her, right? Y'all do like her, right? I had to make sure my other earpieces wasn't turned on, so I hope y'all been able to hear me clear because that other one is not clear at all. So if you can hear me better or whatever, put a one in the chat for me just so that I know. And y'all say hey to one another. Y'all say hi to each other down there. Don't be down there ignoring each other. All four of y'all, we in here to get this tea. All four of y'all lined up like slurping each one of y'all down the line. Anyway, Danny and Andre are still talking. They talk some more. And he said, I'll go with the flow if you want me to. Now, how a young man gonna try to tell her how to run it? You's a youngin'. Hirsch until you spoken to. Ain't that what your mama always told you when you was younger? Hirsch when you ain't speak when you're spoken to up in here. Anyway, she starts, he's hold on one second. Young man, who you gonna know? Okay, I want to make sure I'm because listen, y'all. The tea was so hot today. I was like I said yesterday. I was writing so fast I can't understand half my own right. But y'all hold on, I'm gonna get it figured out for y'all. Anyway, I was saying, how can you let a man whose business is snapping pictures and getting money out of his trust fund try to tell you how to do anything? And he was really trying to run that game on her. He was like, it don't really matter. My age. And she's like, boy, you too young. I ain't got time for that. Mm-mm. Now, how y'all feel about that? Can y'all let a younger man really be telling y'all what to do? Because I can't. He can't tell. You can't tell me to go sat down. You're not gonna have that ability, sir, Mister in training. Anyway, um, Danny goes on to tell him, "That's just too bad, sir. This what it gonna be. This never happened, and we through talking about it." And she moved on. Okay. All right. They went for a commercial break, but when they came back, Haley's still in there talking to her co-worker friend that's been paid, been forced to be her friend because Bill ain't playing with them. Y'all better be nice to my wife to be. And she's in there asking her, "Do you think that people really like me? Because I don't really have no family." She's like, "What? Girl, no. We really do like you though. Yeah, we do. Yeah, it's real. It's real." Right. So they go back to Ashley, the nurse who got a job. And she's talking to one of her friends, and they're just talking about how she don't want to go to the wedding, and because she was talking to Danny's daughter, she's like, I know it's really hard for you to go to the wedding, but you got to go to the wedding. And she's like, yeah, because they have these little short intervals in between, which I might start skipping over because sometimes it don't be about nothing, but at the same time it could be building up to something later, so I do try to mention it. Okay. So anyway, um Danny showed up at Bill's door. Did y'all hear what I said? They switched to a scene, and Danny on the wedding day done walked up to Bill's door. Baby, the way I almost fell out when she walked up to that man's door, I was like, what is going on here? But they cut to, they cut to, they cold with the commercial breaks. But anyway, she walked up to Bill and what y'all think she said? Why do y'all think, somebody type down there, why y'all think, if you don't know yet, why she showed up at Bill's door? What you think she there to say? What you think she there to say? Huh? Or what you think she there to do? You think she there to do something, say something, do something, or say something? What y'all think? Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all. She shows up at the door and says to Bill, why don't you cancel the wedding? Cancel this wedding, Bill. We can work on it. We can recommit. We can do it, Bill. But not if you're trying to reclaim your youth with this young girl, she said. Danny, I need for you to get some backbone. Girl, get a backbone and keep a backbone. That's what I need you to do. Because you be getting the backbone, then you undo the backbone. Make a decision. Stay in the lane, girl. But anyway, she in there begging this man about taking her back. She said, I'm willing to do whatever we got to do. I realize now that I don't need to be being bitter and all that. I just need for you to come to your senses and say that you want to work it out. You can lead this girl. Let's just work it out. And Bill says, Danny, oh, my beautiful Danny. He says while reaching and messing with her hair, he's like, oh, my beautiful, beautiful Danny. Babe, do you know them folks didn't cut to a commercial? They know they can leave you hanging. I ain't gonna leave y'all hanging though, but y'all gotta watch my commercial too. Like the video, please. It helps.
Like the video, like the video, like the video, like the video, like the video. So we can get on back to the show, y'all. Come on. Stop all that dancing and like the video.
Now I hope y'all really did like the video and comment a little bit down there. Cause catch this, catch this, catch this, catch this, catch what happened next, right? Now y'all know that Andre had just left around there at Danny's house. He just these folks ain't worth two cents. He had just left around there at Danny's house, and now he over here at the down to the hospital talking about he got interest in Ashley. You know, Ashley, I got a job. I'm a nurse. I got a job. I got a job. He down there at the hospital talking to his sister, quote unquote sister, because his uncle them raised them all together. He's talking to her. He's like, you know, I really do like Ashley. She like, what? And then the family says, Dr. Nicole them says to him, they said, well, you know, Ashley nice now, but she ain't she ain't behind the gate worthy type of nice. Now she a nice girl, but you know, we gonna have to check on that because you know Ashley just got a job and everything. Said that I'm throwing this in. You know Ashley just got a job, and baby, they behind the gates. We are beyond the gates back here. Okay, you can't just be dragging everybody up and throughout here because you got to have a point to live back here. Okay. In other words, they was closing the gates on Ashley, just closing closing the gates on Ashley. She was not welcome to the. Well, she could come to the cookout, but she was not allowed to take her shoes off and stay for no time. They wasn't going for that. No. Anyway, Ashley and her supervisor are talking. The girl that had told her the day before, like, stay away from Andre, like that was her man. Andre, like the Braxton's mama said, be dropping it low and spreading wide. Andre ain't no joke. Baby, that Andre, he don't discriminate. He takes them up. Older, younger, light, dark. He don't care. Anyway, they go back to Bill and Danny, right? And Bill and Danny start reminiscing about how they met and they're looking in each other's eyes. And Bill all of a sudden tells her, you know, when I first met you, you were such a confident and strong woman. It's what I liked about you, Danny. But now you're just desperate. And I don't like what I'm seeing. What happened to the woman that I saw? The woman that I knew would have had too much pride to be in here begging me back. And she said, I don't believe you done fixed your mouth. You know, that's something colorful black folk would say. I know you ain't fixed your mouth. But that's what she told him. I know you didn't fix your mouth and said it to me, Bill, she said. She said, but I tell you what, since that's how you feel, because he was like, girl, don't come in here being desperate. Be strong. As I said, have some backbone and keep a backbone. You know, she was like, okay. He said, because you know no Dupree woman would come in here in her right mind and be begging to do that. Let it go. Let it go, Danny. It's over. Just let it go. Haley is about to be my wife, and she's about to be a bigger part of my future, he said. But I do thank you for coming and, coming to the wedding and all of that. Well, Danny said, don't worry about it because I have finally had enough And then she walked on up out of there. But see, y'all know, knowing Danny, this is not the end. Now, first of all, y'all, I'm shocked that the wedding started today. I thought they was gonna draw that out till Monday. But they got the wedding kicked off. And ooh, wait till y'all hear what had happened at the wedding, child. If you ain't seen it, the wedding was wedding. It was wedding. Did y'all get, I'm asking y'all, did y'all make it in there on time? Because it was so many people there. I might not have seen y'all within the crowd. But did you see me? That is the question. Let me tell y'all, let me show y'all what I wore to the wedding today. Because this high I busted up in there. Hold on, let me find it, y'all. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't upload. Oh, yes, I did. This is my outfit, y'all. This how I busted up in there. That's how I came up in there. See that? See that? See that? See that? See that? Yeah, because they was all wearing black. So the color that we all wore that was against this thing, we all came in black. Okay. And that's how I roll up in there. The paparazzi got my picture right fast. I was like, please, no pictures, no pictures. All right, y'all. Let me stop playing with y'all. All right. So anyway, when it comes down to what happened with Danny and Bill, this is how I feel. If you let somebody play in your face, you're gonna get a clown show. And that's what happened. Okay. She went up in there begging that man, and that man made a whole fool out of her for coming up in there begging him back. You don't be begging no man back. Don't do that. Go home and cry to your girlfriends and stuff. But girl, Danny, cut it out. Child, if you do this no more. All right, y'all. It's wedding day. It's wedding day. I'm trying to calm myself down because we're gonna get on to what had happened. What happened was at the wedding. Okay. Y'all okay? Anybody need a crumpet before we start pouring this tea? Huh? Do y'all need a crumpet or two before we start pouring this tea? Because you know tea on an empty stomach sometimes don't sit right. Do some of y'all need a crumpet with this tea I'm about to pour? Are y'all okay? All right. Well, now Ted and Nicole are doing an interview. It turns out that Ted is a doctor too, as we said, but he's a plastic surgeon, a renowned plastic surgeon, of course, because they live behind the gates, darling. Everyone back here is of excellence. Anyway, we learned that they met at a conference. He and Dr. Nicole met at a conference years ago, and they said it was, he said it was just, it was automatic. We locked eyes, we liked each other. And he said, now this was key, I think that he said this. He said, and no woman has pierced my radar since that. Ted a whole lie. I know Ted tell him to tell because Ted is too perfect. He too perfect. And I bet you he ain't. Anytime somebody got to tell you all day, you so cute, you so perfect, you so perfect, you so cute, it's a smoke screen, child. I ain't bad. Y'all watch and see. Anyway, something came out later in the episode anyway that proves that. So, see, I told y'all. Y'all know I likes to be right up in this place, okay? Yes, yes, Linda, he is cold blooded. Okay. Haley and Caroline, that's the girl from the office, are in there talking before the wedding. She went through a lot of stuff. And again, she's helping her get ready and she gives her something. Is this what she gave her? No, no. She just started saying her and Bill are perfect together. I don't know why they keep cutting to these little things like that, playing in our face like that. Either give us a full scene or y'all quit playing with us with these 2 second scenes. Anyway, that's what happened. She just started telling her again, you're so perfect, and everyone at the office can see how much she's changed, and you changed him, girl. Yeah, okay. Lord, Danny goes home. Y'all, are y'all leaned in? Okay. Because Danny goes home and gets a little bitty suitcase off the shelf. And before it opens to see what's in there, they cut to commercial. See how they do? They let us behind the gates, child, and then they do us like this. Bye bye. We're going for commercial. We'll be back. Child, y'all better stop playing with us like that. I'm trying to figure out what's in that suitcase. What y'all think is in the suitcase this year? It was a little handheld, like little suitcase. And she's looking at it and she's opening it slow. And then before we can see what's in there, boom, commercial. Okay. All right. So they come back and the family is all dressed in black. See, I told y'all that's why I had mine on. I had got the memo. Did y'all get the memo? What did y'all wear to the wedding? What did y'all wear down to the wedding? What I'm trying to figure out, because I told y'all I was cute with the rest of them, honey. I was cute. I was cute. Anyway, they all have on their black outfits and the family is talking. And Danny says, She wanted to be there to support her children. She's like, I thought it was very important that I'm here to have done that. Um, I do want to pause and say everybody was awfully sharp for the wedding. They was, because like I told y'all, I think this is filmed down there at Tyler Perry Studios. And one thing Tyler Perry is gonna do is that he's gonna see to it that the wardrobe is top notch. And everybody was cute. But Mama had on some earrings that was bad to the bone. That's how I feel. Anyway, Bill says, okay, so Bill goes over to Vernon, right? And he's talking to Vernon, the father of the girls, of everybody. So but he goes over to him and he's like, I'm so glad that you all have made it here today, but I do pick up on the fact that you all got on black though. And Vernon says, he says, well, he said, y'all got on black like y'all at a funeral. And Vernon says, well, in a sense, we are at a funeral because we are burying your influence over us. Okay. He says, and I hope that this is the last favor that you try to come and get from us. But y'all know it ain't. Y'all know Bill don't roll like that. Linda, you say you wore your pajamas. Girl, not behind the gates. You ain't had on no pajamas behind the gates, girl. You better describe a better outfit. Because do you understand the money that's behind the gates? Sis. Anyway, the girl with Haley back there getting ready for her wedding, gives her, they go through that thing, something borrowed, something blue. Bill already gave her something blue, and that he gave her that um, uh, diamond bracelet with the blue stones in it. So Haley gave her something new and something borrowed to wear, which was sweet, because she ain't got no friends. I'm really starting to understand why Haley may not have no friends. Because if she could do what she's done with this family, honey, she's capable of anything. She probably done crossed everybody in her path. Anyway, the mom and dad pulled Danny aside and they're talking and they're like, we're happy that you were here because we thought you was gonna get on the plane and really fly to Paris. And she says, oh no, I'm here, but for a reason. She said, I'm here, but it's for a reason. Oh, Lord. Y'all know it's a uh-oh coming, don't you? Because that Danny. Okay, so it turns out the real estate lady is married to a brother. And he's been traveling, but he says that he wants them to get together and go on a vacation soon. Ooh, the plot thickens. The plot thickens. Because the real estate lady is white. Not as if they're wrong, I'm just saying the real estate lady right, white, her husband black. And I'm wondering who else you know up here behind the fence. Okay. Danny, and somebody. Oh, so I see Danny's daughter talking to somebody new. Okay, so I know that that's going to end up to be something because he's giving her the sweet eye and all of that. So whoever this guy was, I'm sure we'll find out more about him later. Meanwhile, Naomi and Andre sit and talk, and she says, my dad is a narcissist. This is is this her? Yeah, this is her cousin she's talking to. Andre, drop it low, spread it, like Mr. Drop It Low, spread it wide. So she's talking to him about her dad and her feelings about being at this wedding and all of that. And she says, my dad is a narcissist, and so is Haley. She says, and I guess they found each other because they see each other's reflections in each other. That was deep. That was cold. But she may not be too far from wrong. Martin, the one who is the reason why everybody had to come to this wedding in the first place because he got a secret that cannot be released. They don't want the Kraken released about Martin. Okay. So Martin walks up on his partner and he on the phone talking to somebody, talking about some, I look for it, I'm looking, I miss you too, or something. And Martin was like, who is that? He was like, huh? Do you know anytime somebody answer you but a huh? Okay. I don't need to say no more because y'all already know. So Danny and Bill end up talking at the wedding. Danny, why you can't sit down somewhere, girl? It's bad enough you had to be drugged up and throughout this thing this way. But anyway, she over there talking to Danny. And he says to her, I'm really sorry for how I acted with you earlier. I want us to really try to find a happy medium. And she says, I came here to clown. Okay. I came up in here so that it can be known how displeased we all are with this whole situation. Okay, so don't get it twisted. She said, I came to put a dark cloud over this here whole situation up in here today. She said that was the reason why she was up in there. Again, she pulled a color purple on them. Everything you think about gonna fail until you do right. And then they went to a commercial. Child. Oh wait, is that when she? Hold on, let me check something because I don't want to miss something. I hope I didn't miss it, but I think that's when she threw a drink on him. She threw a drink on him. So and I think that's when it happened. And if it didn't, just know she threw a drink on him. Which I ain't mad at her for that because sometimes that's just how you got to express yourself with a little spray like that. Anyway, a lot of new characters were introduced today, and Chelsea got asked out by that guy that they showed her with earlier. Danny's daughter. Um, so yes, there will be more from him later. Okay, back to the bride's room. She's worried about will there be anybody out there? I really hope there is because I don't have no relations with my family and all of that. And she says, never mind that though. I'm gonna head out there and just let them see that, I'm ready for the world. Never mind, I'm ready. Okay, girl, be ready, girl. She ready. Bill approaches his daughters to say, thank you for coming. Nicole, the one who was friends to the girl he's married, just walked off. She's like, I ain't got time. She's like, I don't want to hear nothing you talking about. She just smooth walked off from him. She ain't trying to hear a word. A word, you hear me?
Oh, not me. Oh, say, no, I'm gonna have to get off right here. No, I don't hear you. Sharice, handle it from here.
Yeah, she was like, I ain't got time. I ain't got time. So he's talking to the other daughter and he says, well, I'm just glad that you guys are here. And she said, well, I'm here, but I don't like you very much right now. And I ain't mad at her for that. I mean, dad is doing team too much. Nicole and Danny, the sisters, Dr. Nicole and Danny, they're talking. And she said, I don't know what happened that Bill was able to get us all drug up in here today. She says, but let me tell you what I did. So she told her sister about how she had went round there to Bill's right before the wedding, begging him back. And her sister's like, girl, what's wrong with you? I know he don't love you no more. Or are you just afraid of being alone? She's like, so are you still in love or you just afraid of being alone? She's like, girl, don't come up in here analyzing me. But you need some analyzing, Danny, because why you go around there beg that man to take you back? That's a no, sis. You don't be begging nobody to take you back on their wedding day. But anyway, she says, I just feel that he must pay and he's gonna suffer. And again, I tell y'all, oh Lord, because y'all know how Danny is now. Y'all know Danny cannot be calmed it down, you know. Anyway, Martin and Bill are talk. So the guy who Bill has the secret on and Martin, the grandson, are talking. And Martin saunters over there to remind him that don't you forget that I still got secrets on you, sir. He didn't come out and say it like that, but he was definitely talking in sort of a threatening tone to him. So he's like, I'm glad that you came. Let me see how you put this. He said he don't want to be coming on too strong. I don't want to be accused of overkill. And he said that word with emphasis. I don't want to be accused of overkill. So, Lord Martin, you done unalive somebody? Is that what you done did? The question is who? I hope it wasn't your uncle and auntie. Excuse me. I hope it wasn't your auntie and uncle, the one that Dr. Nicole and them ended up raising. Andre, Mr. Drop it low and spread it wide. But we're gonna have to wait and see. So let's see. Let me see. So yeah, he's got him in a chokehold and in a situation. So the plot thickens when it comes down to that. Danny thanks the girls for being there with her. Now she says she was there for them, but now she's thanking them for being there with her. And then she says to them, lean in, like get your teacups, because she says to them, remember that no matter what happened, Know that I love you. Don't ever doubt that I love you. Always. Girl, what you about to do? I know what you did, but I had to let y'all hang in the balance because I was like, girl. So anyway, the wedding begins. Let me try to describe to y'all what happened. So the wedding begins. They got a harpist in there playing, real beautiful on the harp. They have a female officiant. Um, Danny only has one bridesmaid. Not Danny, I'm sorry. Haley only has one bridesmaid, and Danny is sitting on the end seat. Now, why Danny's sitting down there on the end seat? You know when people take an end seat, it's got to be one. You know it's got to be. Anyway, she down there on the end seat, and let me see. Oh, so when she comes in, I'm trying to think of his name. Bill kind of looks at her, and because she pauses for a minute because she's looking like, oh, this is what happened. When the bride came in, the family went to stand up, right? So when I said a family, I mean the men in the family stood up, right? And baby, if you could have seen how the mama Anita looked at them like, if y'all don't sit back down in them seats, you ain't standing up here for her. They sat back down. So when Haley walked in, she paused and looked like, I can't believe that they. And so Bill looked down at her like, baby, don't even worry about it. Come on through. Walk on through. Walk on through. Well, they cut away again. Man, they know they can cut away at a time. So to Andre, they go on back to Andre. Mr. Dropping low and spreading wide. He's at the hospital and he's talking to nurse. I got a job, right? And it appears that he really does have a thing for her. So they go to get on the elevator, and a pregnant lady gets on there with them. They break from that scene. They go back to the motorcycle lady, right? The one that ran that girl off the road. And her fake daughter comes in the door and she's like, so did you get the job? And she's like, well, I tried my best, but and she's like, oh no. She's like, fake, I got it. And she's like, oh, good. Oh, good. Now y'all get your teacups in. Get your teacups in now, because I'm about to pour y'all some tea right here. Y'all ready? That girl is Dr. Ted's daughter. That girl is Dr. Ted's daughter that's been hiding in the bushes. And she says she tired of hiding, and it's about time that she gonna get the life she deserved behind the gates. Okay. Woo! I was like, I told y'all Dr. Ted was not what he seemed to be. I knowed it. I knowed it. I knowed it. I'm about to tell y'all I knowed it. I knowed it. All right, enough for me. I knowed it. Okay. So that is where they ended. The girl saying that she was Dr. Ted's daughter. Listen, y'all. Let me see if I'm missing anything. Oh, there's one thing I'm missing because I wrote something somewhere else. Okay, so let me turn the page. So when they go back to the elevator scene, the elevator gets stuck. And the lady who is pregnant is in labor. I was about to leave. Child, I was about to leave off something very important. Very important. Okay, so now we go back to the wedding. What's her name? Haley is coming down the aisle. They said, do anybody object? Because they down to the part where they're taking the vows. They said, do anybody object? Danny stands up and pulls a pow pow out of her purse. And she said, I do. And then you hear a shot fight. Lord, Lord, Lord. Everybody was like, if I had been in there, I'd have been like, oh, this is where I got to get up. I got to get up. I got to get out right now. The block is hot. I ain't got time. I don't attend these kind of ghetto functions. She don't do that. She don't do that. Well, y'all, next week's show, we shall all meet back here to see what happened down there to the wedding. So what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Do you think that Danny hit anybody? Do they have their own police department they gonna handle all this in-house? Child, is all of this a dream? We ain't gonna know until we all meet back here for more tea next week when we all gather to find out what happened beyond the gates. Thank you all so much for watching. Please leave me a comment down there. Please leave me a like because it helps the algorithm. And I'll see y'all on Monday. We'll be right here because we got to find out what happened down to this wedding. All right, y'all. Bye.